Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2023 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 questions daily in a video. So, let's start our session. Our first question is,
with reference to the famous Satyendritya dance, consider the following statements. Satyendritya is a combination of music, dance and drama. That is correct. It is a centuries-old living tradition of Vaishnavites of Assam. That is correct. It is based on classical ragas and talas of devotional songs composed by Tulasidas, Kabirdas and Mirabai. That is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The answer to this question is option D. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. The Satyendritya dance form was introduced in the 15th century AD by the Vaishnava saint and reformer of Assam, Shankaradeva, as a medium for propagation of the Vaishnava faith. The dance form evolved and expanded as a distinctive style of dance later on. Satyendritya dance tradition is governed by strictly laid down principles in respect of hastamudras, footworks, aharyas, music, etc. Hence statement 1 and 2 are correct. Satyendritya is accompanied by musical compositions called Bargeet, composed by Sankardeva and Sri Sri Mahadev, among others, which are based on classical ragas. Hence statement 3 is incorrect. Because of its religious character and association with the Satras, that is Vaishnava month, this dance style has been named Satyendritya. So her answer to this question is option D. Question number 2. Every year, a month-long ecologically important campaign or festival is held, during which certain communities or tribes plant samplings of fruit-bearing trees. Which of the following are such communities or tribes? Options are Bhutia and Lepcha, Gond and Korku, Irula and Toda, Saharia and Agaria. The answer to this question is option B, Gond and Korku. Every monsoon, the Gond and Korku tribes of Madhya Pradesh, Betul and Harda district celebrates Hari Jiroti. It's a month-long festival of greenery, during which the tribal plant saplings of fruit-bearing trees. Bhutia and Lepcha are the indigenous tribes of Sikkim. Irula and Toda are the tribals of Nilgiri Hills in Tamil Nadu. Saharia and Agaria are the tribals mostly lived in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Saharia tribe resides in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Agaria tribe is residing in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Gujarat. So our answer to this question is option B. Question number 3. With reference to fuel cells in which hydrogen-rich fuel and oxygen are used to generate electricity, consider the following statements. Statements are, if pure hydrogen is used as a fuel, the fuel cell emits heat and water as byproduct. That is correct. Fuel cells can be used for powering buildings and not for small devices like laptop and computers. That is incorrect. Fuel cells produce electricity in the form of AC. That is incorrect. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? The answer to this question is option A. Statement 1 only is correct. If hydrogen is the fuel, the only products are electricity, water and heat. That is, fuel cells emit only heat and water as byproduct. Hence statement 1 is correct. Fuel cells could power cars with hydrogen replacing petroleum fuel. Fuel cells can power almost any portable device or machine that uses batteries. Laptop, computers, cellular phones and hearing aids could be powered by portable fuel cells. Hence statement 2 is incorrect. Hydrogen powered fuel cells are more energy efficient than traditional combustion technology. Fuel cells produce electricity in the form of DC. Hence statement 3 is incorrect. So the answer to this question is option. Number 5. Lichens which are capable of initiating ecological succession even on a bare rock are actually a symbiotic association of, options are algae and bacteria, algae and fungi, bacteria and fungi, fungi and. The answer to this question is option D, algae and fungi. Lichens represent an intimate mutualistic relationship between a fungus and photosynthesizing algae or cyanobacteria. So her answer to this question is option D. Question number 6. Which of the following are some important pollutants released by steel industry in India? Options are oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The answer to this question is option D, all the above. Steel industry creates pollution as it uses coal and iron ore whose combustion releases various polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon compounds and oxides into the air. In steel furnace, coke reacts with iron ore, releasing iron and generating major environmental pollutants. The pollutants released from steel producing units are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, particulate matter 2.5, wastewater, hazardous waste, and solid waste. However, technological interventions in the form of air filters, water filters, and other water saving, power saving, and closed containers can reduce emissions. So, her answer to this question is option D. Question number 7. Consider the following countries: Denmark, Japan, Russia, UK, and USA. Which of the above are members of Arctic Council? The answer to this question is option D, 1, 3, and 5, because Japan and UK are not part of Arctic Council. Russia, USA, Canada, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland are the 8 Arctic Council states. Arctic Council is the leading intergovernmental forum promoting cooperation, coordination, and interaction among Arctic states, Arctic indigenous people, and other Arctic inhabitants on common Arctic issues, in particular on issues of sustainable development and environmental protection in the Arctic. It was formally established in 1996. All Arctic Council decisions and statements require consents of the 8 Arctic states. The Ottawa Declaration defines these states as members of the Arctic Council. The 8 states have territories within the Arctic. Their national jurisdictions and international law govern the land surrounding the Arctic Ocean and its waters. So, your answer to this question is option D. Question number 8. Arab Spring originally started from options are Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, and Tunisia. The answer to this question is option D, Tunisia. The Arab Spring was a series of anti-government protests, uprising, and armed rebellions that spread across much of the Arab world in the early 2010s. When protests broke out in Tunisia in late 2010 and spread to other countries including Tunisia, Morocco, Syria, Libya, Egypt, and Bahrain, there were hopes that the Arab world was in for massive changes. Arab Spring began with the overthrow of ruler Tunisia, Ben Ali, who fled to Saudi Arabia. It began in Tunisia in response to corruption and economic stagnation. So, the answer to this question is option D. Number 9. Consider the following pairs: Chechnya, Russian Federation, that is correct. Darfur, Mali, that is incorrect. Swatwali, Iraq, that is incorrect. Which of the above pairs is or are correctly matched? The answer to this question is option A. Pair 1 is correctly matched. Chechnya, Darfur, and Swatwali, all these regions are affected by some conflict. Chechnya, officially the Chechen Republic, is a republic of Russia. Darfur is in Sudan and Swatwali is in Pakistan. Because of the war in Darfur between Sudanese government forces and the indigenous population, the region has been in a state of humanitarian emergency and genocide since 2003. Question number 11. With reference to balance of payment, which of the following constitute current account? Options are balance of trade, foreign assets, balance of invisibles, SDRs. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The answer to this question is option C. 1 and 3 are correct. That is balance of trade and balance of invisibles. Here, balance of trade and balance of invisibles means export and import of visibles and invisibles. Balance of payment of a country can be defined as a systematic statement of all economic transactions of a country with the rest of the world during a specific period, usually 1 year. It indicates whether the country has a surplus or a deficit on trade. For preparing balance of payment accounts, economic transactions between a country and the rest of the world are grouped under current account, capital account, and errors and omissions. It also shows changes in forex reserves, that is foreign exchange reserves. Current account shows export and import of visible, that is merchandise, and invisibles, that is non-merchandise. Invisible here include services, transfers, and income. Capital account shows a capital expenditure and income for a country. It gives a summary of net flow, both private and public investments into an economy. External commercial borrowings, foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment, etc. form a part of capital account. So, your answer to this question is option C. Question number 12. The main objective of the 12th 5-year plan is, the answer to this question is option D. Faster, sustainable, and more inclusive growth. The 12th 5-year plan had faster, more inclusive, and sustainable growth as its theme. The plan aimed at strengthening infrastructure projects and providing electricity supply in all villages. It also aimed at removing gender gap and social gap in admissions at schools and improved access to higher education. Further, it aspired to enhance the green cover by 1 million hectares each year and to create new opportunities in the non-farming sectors. So her answer to this question is option D. Question number 13. What does venture capital mean? Her answer to this question is option B. A long-term startup capital provided to new entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs need investments for their startup companies. The investments or the capital that these entrepreneurs receive from wealthy investors is called venture capital, and the investors are called venture capitalists. Venture capitalist firms reduce the risk of investment by co-investing with other venture capitalist firms. Usually, there will be the main investor called lead investor and the other investors will be called followers. So, your answer to this question is option B. Number 14. The terms marginal standing facility right and net demand and time liabilities are used in relation to options are banking operations, commissions, networking, military strategies, supply and demand of agricultural products. The answer to this question is option A, banking operations. Marginal standing facility is a window for scheduled banks to borrow overnight from RBI in an emergency situation when interbank liquidity dries up completely. Under interbank lending, banks lend funds to one another for a specified time. Banks borrow from RBI by pledging government securities at a rate higher than repo rate under liquidity adjustment facility. Here, repo rate is the rate at which RBI lends monies to commercial banks against the securities in the event of any shortfall of funds. That is, commercial banks borrow money by selling their securities to the RBI. Net demand and time liabilities is the difference between the sum of demand and time liabilities of a bank and the deposits in the form of assets held by other banks. That is, bank's NDTL is equal to demand and time liabilities minus deposits with other banks. So, her answer to this question is option A. Question number 15. Consider the following statement. The Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program was launched during 1990 to 97 to provide loan assistance to poor farmers. That is incorrect. It provides loan assistance to the state. The Common Area Development Program was launched in 1974 to 75 for the development of water use efficiency. That is correct. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? The answer to this question is option B. Statement 2 only is correct. The Accelerated Irrigation Benefits Program was launched in 1996 to 97 to give loan assistance to the states to help them to develop its major irrigation projects which are in an advanced stage of completion. Hence, statement 1 is incorrect. The Common Area Development Program was launched in 1974 to 75 to improve irrigation potential utilization and optimize agricultural production from irrigated land through integrated and coordinated approach of efficient water management. Hence, statement 2 is correct. So, your answer to this question is option B. So, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next set tomorrow.